Is aging on your mind? Is it on your mind in a worrisome way? Are you content with how you're aging and what your life is like now? Do you feel like you'd like a different life? Do you believe you can create that? Maybe you're not as healthy as you would like to be and need help with that. I'm Jean Rowe. I'm a nurse practitioner in women's health. I've been helping women to age healthily for 40 years. I'm 75, so I have lots of experience personally in learning about aging as well. It's been quite the journey for me. It's wound up being a very exciting journey. I'm thrilled with how I'm aging now. But if you had asked me 2 years ago, that would not have been true. I would not have thought it was possible to have a different life, and now I have a different life. And I didn't find the man of my dreams, and I'm not making a ton of money, but I've taken charge of my life and intentionally created more joy and more fulfillment. And I'm living my deeper meaning. So does any of that resonate with you? I'm also creating more income, by the way, than I was before. If any of that resonates with you, I'd love to hear from you. I would love to hear from women in terms of what are your concerns as you age? And when I say as you age, I'm thinking mostly people 45 over maybe, but really and truly, women at 30 think they're aging, and that's valid. They are aging. Their particular issues are different, but sometimes not so much. They can be similar as well. So I'm wanting to look with women now at how can I be of support to you in helping you have the life that you want to live. And I thought I will have a series of presentations of what I've learned over the years in working with thousands and thousands of women and learning from some of the greatest teachers about what brings health, what brings joy, what brings fulfillment. So I would love to have your input into these issues of aging. What would be important for you? What would you like to improve in your life? Maybe some of you are very, very content with how your life is, and I say, congratulations, that's beautiful. But in the years that I've been seeing women, premenopausal, menopausal, postmenopausal, I've seen a lot of women who are depressed, who struggle to have a level of happiness, have low self-esteem, don't feel good all over, like have a lot of fatigue along with their depression, or can't have trouble getting motivated for self-care in order to have the more energy and to feel better. So I love working with all of that. I love being of help as much as I can be to people. Sometimes there are some answers that are relatively simple in terms of health issues. Sometimes they take a little work. In terms of the life change that I've had in the last 2 years, it has taken desire. I had a very good helper and a coach type person, which is what I'm doing with offering to people now. I've had some very good supplements that I took that have made a huge difference for me. But it was really I think the biggest thing that happened for me is some challenges were put before me by this coach that they were things that I knew if I did them, they would be good for me. But they were things that were very hard for me to do sometimes. Like this, for example. I would have never done this 2 years ago, never gotten in front of a camera. So for me, it's been a lot about just agreeing to take another step, agreeing to do yet another thing that feels slightly uncomfortable, or maybe more than slightly. It's not to make this sound like a torturous trail for you, but it's about growing. And sometimes in growing, we have to get out of our comfort zones, right? Because I always tell people, your comfort zone could kill you, and that's the truth. So why don't you jot down for me, if you would, some of the things you would be interested in hearing or about or discussing. I'd love to hear that from you. If you would send that to me on email at explorehealing@gmail.com, explorehealing@gmail.com. I would love that. Then I could direct this in a way that might be useful for you. I have one tip I'm going to give today on healthy aging, and it's a good one. Because part of what we're trying to do is bring balance to our system in healthy aging, right? So we can function optimally. So one of the things that I see bring balance to women's systems in an enormous way is gratitude. Not a pill, not a diet. It's being grateful. It's very simple to find things to be grateful for. You could go with your next breath as one. You can grow with the fact that you can see, or that you have this lovely grandchild. We have much to be grateful for. I read somewhere recently, and I wish I could name the person who said this, but it was something like, there are thousands of people on this earth right now who would give anything to have your life, even for a short time. And I just imagine that people who are near death, people who live in desperate circumstances. So we can look at our lives and just be grateful. The gratitude honestly creates an ease in your system. It clears your mind. It makes you more receptive to good. So I heartily recommend gratitude exercises every morning, twice a day, many times throughout the day. Just, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for this sunrise. Just whatever you can come up with that you can have some gratitude for, and if you look around, there is a lot. So that's what I suggest for the first thing to do in moving toward healthy aging, and more to come. And if you will, again, just jot down for me what things you would like to hear about in terms of healthy aging. I focus mostly on women because that's whom I've worked with most of my career, but I certainly have no problem with helping men with this. A lot of similarities, of course, in what we're going to all want to be doing to be healthy, vibrant human beings. Thanks so much.